Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to work with charms. And so there's just so many ways to do divination and things like that. I don't always just need cards. I'm the tool. I just use all these other things to help get the story and connect to others. And so I really love experimenting and trying new things with so many different tools and modalities. So here we got my polar bear bag. If anyone who doesn't know, I have like this mad obsession with polar bears. And we got a little polar bear display here. And I'm just so grateful that I can bring in something that I love into my reading. Everything has an intention. So with that, what's today's intention? And today's intention is just to let's just tap in and see what spirit needs to tell us. And so with no further ado, let's roll. All right, everyone see? We got the full, yep. All right, so we're just gonna shake things up a bit. My little polar bears. And third time's a charm. Charms. All right, sorry guys, this is the part that kind of takes a little bit of time. I just gotta flip them over because I just gotta. Okay, I think that's good. And so first thing off that I'm getting from Spirit was it's time to make a splash. Oh, let me get my pointy thing. All right, so first thing I heard was to make a splash. And then as I'm looking here, I'm noticing color-wise a lot of red, right? And it's really savoring the sweetness in life is what I'm getting, right? And so in order to savor that sweetness, I'm getting that you need to kind of like wear your heart on your sleeve a little more. You need to kind of like expose yourself, right? It's getting out of your comfort zone. So Spirit, what more would you like for us to know? I'm picking up on compassion. And it's like, it's hard to be compassionate when you see a situation, right? I feel someone is being a bit withholding because they've dealt with a lot of Queen of Swords, off with their head type energy. And so it's like, I see someone wanting to enjoy the sweeter things in life, but it's also hard because there's just a really controlling force coming out. And I'm kind of getting someone is just a little bit superstitious. Maybe you followed the signs and it led you to here. And so maybe that's what keeps you kind of trapped, because for some reason I keep getting back here and it's like halt, no go. And it's kept someone stalled and staying in a comfort zone that they've outgrown. And so more and more that they stay there, it seems like normally you wear your heart on your sleeve. It's like, it's kind of now being misplaced. That because this person has not fully been allowed to use their heart the way that they want to. They don't get to express themselves. When some good news comes up, I feel like they kind of keep it to themselves. It's like not being able to go to your circle and expressing this really good news. And I'm unfortunate to say that, because you should be allowed to. But here's the thing. Now that you want to, right? Because you always have that urge just to be that light, carefree child energy, right? But I don't think that this person knows anymore. I feel like they've been like backdoored and twisted and things like that, that it's almost like codependent or toxicity has warped their neural pathways even, and it's like they think that this is what love is. And I'm getting that this person is becoming very, very sensitive, and they no longer are able to actually handle this toxicity anymore. So that's the first message that I get. That's a pretty intense message, but you got it. And I know in a couple days ago, I forget maybe it was even yesterday's pick a card reading. It was like somebody went through a cycle 3 times. But in this one, I'm picking up on 3 again. So I'm thinking that some people who chose, I don't remember which one it is. I've done too many readings. We let it go when it happens, because that's what you do. You bring the message in, it's yours to share, and then I let it go, because it's not mine to keep shoving down and shoving down. I feel, okay, I'm seeing someone bury their head in the sand for a situation, and it's like literally, sorry, Spirit's telling me, how am I gonna say this? If you pull your head out of your buttocks, they didn't use those words specifically. So I'm getting that there's a little bit of pride and ego here, that it's almost like whatever this toxic situation has happened, it's happened twice. Like you've gone through this pattern and this cycle, and it's like fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, like, and it's happening a 3rd time now. So I feel like this person has just buried their head because they're just not gonna deal with it anymore. And that's why Spirit's saying, like, pull your head out of your butt. It's time to face things. It's time to turn things around, because you have the key. All you really need to do is stop avoiding things. Deal with stuff. You need to talk. Because the first 2 times you didn't do anything. This 3rd time, this 3rd go around, it's time to talk, right? I'm getting that this person has just avoided things and avoided things and avoided things, that now it is, they feel like the black sheep. But that's not how others see you. You see yourself as that. And so I'm seeing that maybe a bit of mirror affirmations might help you learn this self-love again. Because rather than playing things over and over and over in your head, because you're not thinking clearly, you're just not. I feel like just so much has happened to you, and I'm getting a codependent situation. I'm just picking up on a codependent situation. And you're meant to grow. You're meant to blossom. You're meant to be able to say and share your love willingly and freely how you want. So for this person who has this control over you, it's not true. Make a splash. Two things I see that is Spirit wants to share that will be beneficial. One of them is to do mirror affirmations, like I just said, which just means, looking in the mirror and seeing yourself, right? I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, they look in the mirror and they don't like themselves. When they look in the mirror, they don't even recognize themselves anymore. They've gotten so stuck that it's time to find that self-love again, right? The sweetness, because there is always one thing, even if you can't see anything, there's always one thing that you like about yourself. And so when you do mirror affirmation, you look in the mirror and you speak lovingly to yourself and just feel that, like, right? Because you always talk to everyone else in a loving way, but for some reason you're not doing that to you. And I don't know why this mirror keeps coming up. I feel like you've got a distorted mirror, and so now it's time to clear that. A message for someone is actually to go and clean your mirrors. I don't know why that one's coming up, but yeah, talk lovingly to yourself, right? It's not that I do feel like you need to stand up to this person and just let them know how you want to be treated. When you start putting boundaries and letting people know what's acceptable and not acceptable, it's uncomfortable for them. But the more and more that you allow them to get away with it, the more and more it pushes you back into this rut that's not you. You're not being yourself. You're not being your authentic self. So for those who, there's just so much blue. Another way to raise your vibration and that self-love is to use music. Music is a tool that can uplift us. It can change, right? If you're feeling sad, you tend to gravitate to sad music, but you always have a choice of what you actually put on. So when you're doing your mirror affirmation, you have a choice to speak lovingly or negatively. You have a choice to listen to happy songs or negative songs, right? And it's like, the more and more that the more you hear music, especially if let's say it's a love song, sing that song to yourself, right? I just feel like this person who is just really rude, I just feel like they shut down everything, and it's like your thoughts and opinions and anything don't matter. But you do matter. And so it's time to put back on your crown. I feel like before this, all right, so we all make a mistake, right? There's times where, I feel like you really thought that this was good for you. And so the first time you're like, oh, whatever. And then when it happened a second time, you're like, oh, damn. Now that it's happening a third time, it's like, come on, wake up, reality. Like, you literally need to see clearly. So my advice is, if you're not seeing clearly, go clean your mirrors for some reason, and then do that mirror work. And when you do that, you look at yourself, have you looked yourself in the eye? It's, yeah, I just get that this person actually doesn't make eye contact with anyone. So it's time to look yourself in the eye and speak truth to yourself. It's time to kind of build that self-love, self-respect back up for you. And then you can talk to this person who is sabotaging you from being allowed to express your love. And I feel like that person has a really tough shell. And I don't know if you'll get through to them, but if you have enough love for yourself, then at least at the end of the day, you know that you took the high road. that you chose love rather than self-sabotage. And you need to not be mad that you literally had to learn this thing 3 times. Like you're on the 3rd go-round, merry-go-round. And I don't want to say this, but sometimes, right, universe gives you so many opportunities to solve a problem or to troubleshoot and things like that, but I feel like if you don't really take a look this time, there might not be many more times actually to get out of this later. I just feel like by the end you're gonna feel so defeated that yeah, we're not going to go that way, because you are going to love yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to turn a new leaf. You are. And so that's why I feel like this, guys, I have this, being an empath is not the greatest sometimes, but I feel this, something in the pit of my stomach. Like I just don't feel good as soon as I started this reading. And I think that's why I'm picking up that, you know, when you have that feeling in the pit of your stomach, that's how I know that this is the last time, because nobody can live feeling like this, right? And if you don't deal with it, it's only going to stay or get worse. I keep hearing that song, Shower Me with Sunshine. So maybe that's a song that you can go listen to, and it can kind of like change things, right? And as you listen to that, just imagine the sunshine showering you. It would benefit you to look into your beliefs. It's almost like your beliefs have kept you in this toxic situation, because I don't know why. I don't know why you would choose to, but sometimes what I'm just getting is regret. It's almost like, well, I can't change this now because this was my choice, or no one's gonna, I don't know. This is a little bit boggling to me. I'm gonna pull a clarifying. Why does this person, I keep saying person, but obviously this is a collective reading. So there's a lot of people who for some reason have just allowed for someone to dim their light. It's like they took your voice and you no longer are expressing yourself. But why would you allow that? Because they seemed a little bit more powerful at the time. And so you kind of were like, okay, this person knows what they're doing. I'm going to follow their lead. But in the end, they just kind of dulled your shine a bit. That's not true. They just kept putting up blocks and blocks and blocks, and I see you being like, whatever, and you dulled your shine. Not everything is just black or white. It's just not. It's like, I'm hearing the word off your rocker. Off your rocker. Okay, this off your rocker thing is kind of giving me a little bit of mental instability. So maybe that's why someone allows for a toxic situation to continue, because they're just trying to avoid from this person from freaking out and yelling. And it's like, if I if I just stay like this, then I won't annoy them and I won't upset them, and everything will be peaceful. But it's not. You're not peaceful. I'm just seeing like really mucky, dirty water, and it's like you really need to cleanse. Like you are harming yourself. You need a detox. You need to do a little bit of self-love. This is all in divine time. And that's one thing. It's like I said, if you don't deal with this now, you might not get another opportunity to deal with it. But another thing is that this is divine timing, and so that's why everything is coming up to the surface now. I'm starting to feel my stomach feeling a bit better. And that's kind of it. The more and more you deal with this toxic situation, I think someone who may have been going through health issues lately, you will start feeling better when you stop focusing on them. You start focusing on yourself. Fill your cup up. See things for exactly how it is. Don't avoid seeing the truth, because sometimes the truth does hurt. I mean, you actively were a huge participant in this. You made every decision, and I don't feel like anybody quite locked you up. You, for some reason, were like, here's the key, and you locked yourself there. So forgive yourself, let go of the past. Okay. I'm really picking up on someone that is not thinking correctly. It's almost, I don't want to say this, Spirit. Just that this person really has mental instability. And so let's say if you're not feeling safe, woo, Spirit, I didn't see it going that way. Dear Lord. Okay, what are we at? 22 minutes? Okay. I want to pull more charms. Just if someone's not safe, what actions or steps do they need to take? Okay, I'm going back to the 90s, and for some reason, the song Call on Me, which also is from the 80s. I know everything's a remake. Okay. Call on me, call on me. Okay, so obviously call on me is reaching out to someone that you trust, that you can speak lovingly to, like open your heart, like you can share and spill, like it's just and just someone who doesn't block and judge. I just feel like you need a safe space to talk and let the real things that are within you out. And then this person, they're a soundboard. They're not judging, they're not trying to control your situation, but I think by you sharing what you've gone through, is actually, they're gonna be like, what? Like, no, that's not okay. Even though for some reason you had been kind of trapped in this, that it became okay. They're gonna help you see the truth. And so it's gonna kind of like sweeten the deal, because now I feel like somebody has breadcrumbed you, and now you're like, all right, I thought that that's truly all that I deserved, but now I understand that this is see, I don't feel like, okay, so we got 2 strawberries here. And this one's a teensy strawberry with a little heart, and it's just so tiny. And then this one is like the big juicy one. And so by you talking and soundboarding with someone that you trust, you're gonna see like this looked like it was good, but really you were just getting the teensiest bit of decency that you were deserved as a human being. And that this, to you, this huge strawberry is literally just neutral. Like most people is like, this is status quo, bare minimum, basic needs. And so this is a deeper reading than I imagined. You can do it. You will do it. 3rd time's a charm. This is a charm reading. There's just a little bit. Oh yeah. And then over here, I got a fire sign. So fire sign, fire element is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this could either be you, your sign, or I feel like that the fire sign, you know what? I just did a weekly rating. If you are struggling with this inner turmoil and things like that, reach out to a fire sign, because fire signs, their reading was like, you know, they're totally in this like calm, cool place. They're seeing things so clear, and they're like, you can't persuade them off their path. I don't see them as judging, because they're just totally on this vibe. And it was such a nice vibe. But at the end of it, it talked about helping someone by not helping. And it was like their prayers and well wishes and stuff kind of helped empower someone. Oh, Spirit, all these readings are coming together. And oh, guys, everyone who's kind of been reaching out, my nose is so itchy right now. I find that when I do readings, my nose gets itchy. My nose isn't itchy at all during the day, but when I do readings, it's so itchy. It's boggling me right now. Anyways, reach out to a fire sign if you're really dealing with that. Because like I said, their prayers and well wishes and their guidance. So when you come to them, they're not going to judge you. They're not going to try and manipulate you or change your plan or anything. They're just like, they've just got this really cool chill beat where you can actually open up, and they are going to show you like, yo, peanuts, you've been getting peanuts, especially for those who are allergic to peanuts. That's not good for you. And so I'm glad we turned this around. This pit in my stomach is totally gone now. I'm feeling light, I'm feeling happy. And I just want to reach out to everyone that says like, thank you so much for confirming that these readings speak to you, because I never know why I'm saying what I say, but I guess the messages have actually been connecting with a lot of people. And so it's nice to get that confirmation. And for this reading, it had to come out. And I'm just so thankful I already did that fire sign one, because at least I got a solution. Because I feel like somebody... Okay, I'm picking up on Thursday, which is tomorrow, like putting the hammer down. I feel like someone is just going to be like, you know, I'm not dealing with this no more. Enough is enough. You're gonna like be that self-love, that raising your own vibration, understanding what you deserve, and then being graceful. I just see you being graceful and loving. And so when this person comes, you can talk to them lovingly. And if they accept it, great. If they don't, then you're like, okay, like water off a duck's back. Baby steps. You got this. You totally got this. It's time to reclaim your crown. All right, so if this reading resonated with you, I'd appreciate if you can let me know down in the comments. I'm gonna be doing charm readings every Wednesday, and if you excited to see more, I would love it if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell. So funny, my one friend's like, I love pick a card readings, and I was like, so I sent her the link. She's like, I already knew you put it up and I've already watched it. And I'm just so thankful for everyone, because this is just so new and I'm loving this journey, and thank you. All right, bye guys.